So guys, a little recap on what's been going on at the shop. There's been a lot of cars coming in and out. Jason's car, this GTR right there, that one's all finished finally. We put the coils in, we put in new brake lines, some like heavy duty hydraulic lines, the braided hydraulic lines. We painted the calipers, we put rotors on it. He bought the wheels from us. We put on a full body kit, basically. So we put on this front lip, this side skirts right there, and this really awesome diffuser in the back. It looks really nice on this, really aggressive. So this car here is all done. This one in the corner, we're having a little bit of trouble with that. I'm not really going to talk about that. That's not big. But this guy also bought wheels through us, coils. This is a Dusty 2 clone. So it's like almost got the same power, but it's not got the same power. It's, I believe, around 5 something when we're going to be done dynoing it. So it's pretty fast. That one's all done-ish. The white GTR right here, the one I was working on in the very beginning. The last thing that Roberto wanted me to do was take out the brake booster that goes in the back over there. I'm not sure if he wants me to take out the clutch booster because we didn't break that line system at all. I just undid the side from the transmission down there. And the brake boosters down there. All the parts on this little cart are for that. And then this thing is finally going to go off the paint, hopefully this week. And then that'll be that. And then we'll start working on some other stuff. So let's see what else we're doing today. So guys, we got some really cool parts right here, straight from Japan. This is the steering wheel hub that actually goes into the car, and this is the quick release. The hub part is one of the stubby ones. It's not like a deep one, but it's just like shallow. And then the quick release, it says that it's gray on the side right there. So that's right there. So it's actually black. So that'll match perfect in the car. And then you got a Momo Italian steering wheel. I didn't actually take it out of the package, but I believe it's leather. Put this down real quick. This is weird that you guys are both here at the same time.
No, we coordinated that. We also wore the same thing.
Okay, a second.
Oh, good. We got the one that's like not that.
But yes, it's leather. Thanks, Roberto. I'm trying to make a video here. What are you doing there, bud?
He's actually like psyched that you're making a video on this car. He was like asking me if you would put it on your channel.
Okay.
So that's exciting.
Well, yeah, Chris, you're on the channel. I'll make a couple more when we start putting the stuff in the engine bay too. So
it's made of leather. Did you say that yet?
Si, senor.
Oh, good.
It's actually a really nice steering wheel. I like that a lot.
Pro Tipo.
Smell Italian.
I've had like 10 of these wheels.
Back in the young days. 15 of these two. Used to go through like condoms.
It's really nice. I like it.
Speed, right? You just put
it.
Put it onto the PlayStation.
No expense spared with hub. Works well. The best hubs you can buy.
Yep. That thing's nice though.
They are very nice.
Very Japan. Very.
Well, these are
race
cool
car.
because they actually come with everything you need to do like a real job, not hack things up and stuff, which is great.
I mean, with NRG, you get everything too.
Sure, dude. Sure.
Roberto's over here knocking the NRG.
Yeah, I'll explain to you why. I mean, I have an NRG. I understand. But these are sweet because if I'm not mistaken, this one works with the factory clock spring.
Mine works with factory clock spring too, and the Beamer.
On the Beamer, but every other Nissan, and it doesn't.
Miata, no, you had to break it and
Yep.
shove it in there.
NRG is the same way. All the NRGs don't work with the clock spring, except for like
BMW.
S14s. for some reason. Like if you have an S14, you're good, but if you have an S13 or a Z or an R32, nope. But the works ball stuff comes with everything.
Yeah. Like that thing's really nice. How much is that thing?
They're not cheap. This kit's probably like 100 and some bucks.
Oh, that's not bad though.
Well, when you consider NRG, you get the same thing for $60. You know.
I spent over 100 for mine.
Oh really? Maybe I'm just off on prices. I have been drinking a lot lately.
Sure. What are you drinking? A Bud Lights with me?
Ew, dude.
Roberto likes his beer dark. Dark.
No, I have it cold. You like your beer like 4 days old. Like
No, we're not. Stop going about that. No, you like your beer dark. That's what you really mean.
I don't even think you like beer. I just think you like the look of like holding a Bud Light and like trying to get a boyfriend or something. It's fucking weird, dude. But it's fine.
Dude, I'm not gay.
You're not
But my whole steering wheel set up for my quick release, and my hub was also like $100 and something. So I'm definitely gonna end up buying one of these for like the 180. So let's get to start putting this inside. I've never done one of these, so I'm gonna try to figure out how to do it. There should be like 2 screws on the side, or like a screw on the bottom, and you pop the center airbag out, and then you just start going from there. Okay guys, so like step 1 should be to make sure that your wheels are straight, and so that when your steering wheel is there, it's straight. So I did that, and then this thing actually just pops off. It's got a bunch of clips on the back. So I kind of like spun it around, and I looked through this little bottom hole under there. This little hole right there. And I saw, oh wow, there's a couple clips. So I pulled this back just a tad bit, and I started pushing on it, and it just like popped all the way out. And then this one actually didn't have the screw in it for the bottom. So this one kind of just like popped out. But everything else came right off. Still good. I have to figure out how to read these instructions because they're all in Japanese. And then like, make sure your steering wheel is straight, and then you can zip this nut off right there. This one was actually pretty hard, guys, to get off. This thing is a pretty old car, and it's probably never been off. So the splines in there and on there were pretty like, I wouldn't say seized together, but they were together, and I really had to like pull on it and like wiggle it back and forth. So what you do is you put it when it's on there like that. You put one hand up on the top up there, one hand on the bottom, and try to like wiggle it back and forth. And then once you get it like a little bit loose, you go from the sides and like pull it side to side, and then it'll just start walking its way off. And then after that, you just pull it right off, and then you just yeet this out there. But I'm not going to do this because he probably wants it. So you're going to put it over here on the floor, and then make sure you don't lose your second clip there, and put that right there for him. There you go, Chris. So next off is we have to install this part right here, and then with these, they actually come with all these sweet holes on the back. So what's going to happen is I need this wire right here, and the hub part right here, and oh yeah guys, and it was a 19 like I said, so it's a 19 socket to get that off. So then what you do is you fish this through the little slot back right there, 1 and then 2, and then you pull it. When it's all said and done, it's going to sit in this right in there, and then it's going to plug into right there so that he can still use his horn and everything. And the Momo actually came with a horn button and everything. So what you're going to do is you're going to plug that in inside all the splines in there. You're going to line them up. How I like to do it, guys, is I like to just place everything in there to start, make sure that everything lines up perfectly, and then I start putting I put the nut to hold the hub down, and then I tighten everything down for the quick release, and then I tighten down the steering wheel so that everything is dead straight, and that's so that you don't really need to do an alignment after. Okay guys, after a couple minutes of pondering at this thing and then asking Roberto what I should do with all the extra wires, because the one controller that WorksBell sends you, it actually has all the controls on it for like the cruise control and stuff. So that's actually really cool that WorksBell does that for you. But we're just gonna put in the Momo button because he wants a horn in it still. And I've never put in a horn in one of these things, so I had to ask Roberto about like how the heck this thing is gonna work, because like the buttons that were in the center in here were different. So what you do is the spade connector from the harness that the WorksBell comes with actually has the right connectors and everything right there. So this just gets put on in this position, and then the nut I just snug down so that I can get it onto there and make sure that everything went on straight, and the steering wheel was going to be straight like I said. So I did that, and now I'm just going to coil up all these wires in here and like make sure nothing hits. Give this another little couple of turns on there with the gun down there so that it stays on, and then just start putting on all the hardware and stuff. All the hardware is right here. They always come with one Allen key, but I'm going to be very careful with that because you know those things like to strip out. And then the steering wheel will be last, and that'll go on, and then we should be set. Okay, Chris. So your steering wheel is all in there. Horn works.
Where?
Bird dog's in there yelling. And the cool thing is that I like is that it's actually a little bit farther away from this, because every time I used to turn this thing, I used to always wail my fingers right on this thing. And now you got some distance from that. And you can actually like sit back now and drive it with all the hand controls and still steer. So that's a really cool feature that did. And you can always take it off. So guys, that's about it for this video. It was a little short one. Not really too short, it's still 10 minutes. But there was a lot of like me talking and showing an installation, which I know you guys aren't too fond of, but it was a little something. And it is of a really nice steering wheel setup and some really cool JDM parts. All the WorksBell stuff and the Momo steering wheel. So that's about it for this one. If you liked the video, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.